Washington's towards the beach.
Well, whatever. Put anywhere on Laurel, I guess we can. Wait, California and Chestnut. Where?
That's close down.
Wait, here's beach. Mission, and there's Pacific. Okay, so we're somewhere along here, basically, right? Mm-hmm. So we got 40, 41, 15, 16. All of those are walkable. 40, 41, 15, 16. Here's the 41. It goes out to this, whatever the fuck that is.
We're homeless again. Oh, we're homeless again. It gets bad on the Stephen Chevy. We're homeless again.
I'm Santa Cruz local. Here's the sea lion. Do what we do when we play from north to south to east.
Now, where have you been? You started in Austin?
Started in Austin. How did he even get this? This doesn't make any sense. What the fuck? How? What, did you just go and talk to them and they're like, yeah.
You did. I saw him talking to a waitress.
I bet you he just had some water and he waved his hand over it and turned it into pizza. Free pizza for life, man.
Unbelievable.
Chocolate!
What are you eating?
Chocolate. This is chocolate.
What chocolate?
Have you guys ever done DHB?
Oh, me?
Yeah, it's a date rape drug.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's fun. A lot of fun.
Are you all on GHB right now?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I like it a lot.
Half of a gallon of ice cream is $2.88. If we all pitch in money, 4 away is $2.88. It's not much at all. And then we can steal silverware from the convenience store and we can eat ice cream for lunch.
Do you want any chocolate syrup?
Ooh, we can put it on top of the ice cream.
Of course he does. Of course he does. I mean, that's what I'm saying with indirect action.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather go it without
room.
being
Here
a
you
part
go.
of a government in a place that I'm not necessarily even wanting to be a part of. I'd rather just work from the ground up or work within, like, being way more direct and trying to run for any kind of a position within this fucked up democracy as it is. I don't want to represent, like,
No one, like,
I don't feel like that's a position anyone should have.
Activism.
I'm more into direct action than politician.
Once these systems
It's
disappear,
the abolition of
like
hierarchy.
people will rise up to fill the roles.
the rise
Like
of
people
pure
will build their own
democracy.
roads. People will police their own streets when there aren't any cops or road builders to do it.
No matter how many friends you have, no matter how many people may love you, that final moment when you die, you will die alone. There's Pruitt. Hitchhiking. Pruitt is about to show us the hitchhiking dance. Is that a cop?
It's a cop.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Your ID's on you? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like the eye of the storm was passing over, and the clouds opened up, and you could see the stars, and it was just clear and crisp and gorgeous, and the moon became visible, and it was green.
Things are going okay right now in everybody pretty much. They say the recession is over in Newsweek, but that's the biggest crock of crap. There's too many people, and you know, they didn't say that there's 9.2 billion people in the world as of the spring of '07. In the future, always is repeated from what's happened before. And that's why this world is going to fall.
It's very cyclical.
And this nation is going to fall because they damned all the people that lived here when they moved, and they're kicking all the Indians off the reservations, and now the same thing is going to happen to them here by their own government, big government.
Dude, it's gonna be awesome seeing Paper Cup Band.
Yeah.
I just walked into the biggest spider web of my life.
No, we're on 30%.
Bus!
30%.
Bus!
Cut that out, boy.
The whole time.
We'll never make it to the show.
Ah!
Can you guys tell me if you see a giant spider on you?
I don't see one except
just-
that one on your shoulder.
The only time they skip and sing is when they sing Let's Go Fly a Kite.
Dude, let's stop walking so
And they-
fast.
They do this British skip.
Let's go fly.
No, they stick their foot out really far.
You mean like this, Gene?
Look at that!
So does some people here have, are people ready? Okay, all right. People will demonstrate. It will become clear. Okay. Well, it ain't nobody's goddamn business how my baby treats me. Ain't nobody's business but my own. You know it ain't nobody's goddamn business how my baby treats me. Ain't nobody's business but my own. Oh, one of these days I'm gonna wake up crazy. I'll grab my gun and kill my baby. It ain't nobody's business but my own. You know, one of these days I'm gonna wake up crazy. I'll grab my gun and kill my baby. And it ain't nobody's business but my own. Alright, anybody?
One of these days, gonna build a spaceship, and then we'll go take a bodacious trip.
It ain't nobody's business but my own.
At the time when, you know, the social movement to basically to build sanctions against apartheid, kind of tear down that system, one of the things that was going on is a lot of civil disobedience actions at the South African Embassy in Washington. And in 1990 we started our own thing, and you know, it was just a super steep learning curve. I mean, we had to make everything up from scratch. And, you know, there was a good, you know, just an insane amount of work to do. You know, we were getting ever closer to a nuclear conflict. You know, pretty well any animal, if it feels as though its life or its offspring or what have you are imperiled, will pretty much, you know, do everything it possibly can to keep on fighting and surviving. It won't somehow or another evaluate the odds.
Ooh.
So my dad wanted to call me Herman when I was born as my official name, and my mom fought him really hard. Herman was the name of my dad's white bunny rabbit that he had when he was a child. When he was a child, it died, and he kept a photo of it in his wallet. And when my parents met, my mom was fascinated by a man that would keep a picture of a dead rabbit that was from his childhood, so she ended up marrying him.
She likes it there.
It's a good town.
Is it?
I liked it, yeah.
Did you? Yeah, but you're acidic.
Name 10 things you wanna do before you die and then go do them. Name 10 places you really wanna see before you die and then go to them. Name 10 books you wanna read before you die and then go read them. Name 10 songs you wanna hear again before you die. Get all your friends together and scream them. Because right now, all you have is time, time, time. Yeah, but someday that time will run out. That's the only thing you can be absolutely certain about. Think of all the things Boycott!